Some big news, Duke. Pete Carroll is returning to USC. Now, not to do anything, but he's going to teach some class. That's it. I saw this and I was like, oh man, he's returning to USC. That's crazy. But now he's just going to teach a couple classes at USC. I would be really interested to know what the classes are. What is Pete Carroll teaching? How to cheat and get Reggie Bush to come to your school?
Everything that Pete Carroll did is now legal, okay?
Yeah, okay. That doesn't mean it was legal when he did it.
Hey, the rules change. The ever-changing rules of the NCAA have made Pete Carroll. It's just like a running game, like a running play. You know, you made your offensive line right.
Yeah, except for that's all within the rules of the game.
Yeah, it's now within the rules. You know, David Sanders got a house, a suite, and $1 million.
I understand that.
That's within the rules of the game. Everything Pete Carroll did was,
but back in 2004, it wasn't.
Yeah, but he didn't get no show cause like somebody else.
No, that's because he cooperated. He said, "Yeah, I did that shit,
and I'm leaving."
Yeah, and I'm out anyways. But no, yeah, or maybe he's going to teach a class about how 9/11 was an inside job because I know he's on that conspiracy theory as well. But I do think it's funny. I actually like Pete Carroll. I do. As a Notre Dame fan, I hated him for the longest time because, well, he would whoop our ass. But I like Pete Carroll. He coached for my grandfather. He was a good coach for him. I've known him. I've met him a few times and known him from a distance for a long time. But I heard one story today because he's just a goofy dude. Like, he's just a fun-loving, like, seems to be like he's in a good mood all the time kind of guy. And I think that's why players love playing for him. But I heard Tyvis Powell talking about it, who was an Ohio State defensive back that played for him in Seattle. And he would tell stories. He's like, yeah, dude, I'm sitting in defensive meetings, and Richard Sherman's on my left, Pete Carroll's on my right, and the defensive coordinator is going over the game plan for the week. And the whole time that Pete Carroll's just cracking jokes about the coaches to me, and I'm cracking up, and I can't even focus on the game plan. Like, I'm like, Coach, I'm trying to lock in, but he's the head coach. I'm not going to sit there and not crack jokes with him. So overall, seems like a good guy, other than his willingness to cheat and steal Reggie Bush from Notre Dame.
Carter, it's legal now.
I don't care. It wasn't legal then. Neither was the Bush push. He cheated on every...
That's different. Pete Carroll didn't go out there and push Reggie Bush over the goal line. It was
Nobody
Matt
pushed
Leinart.
Reggie Bush. No, Reggie Bush pushed Matt Leinart.
Or it was Matt Leinart, you know.
Yeah. No, I don't care. It's all illegal.
That's hey, we got the
No, those rules change now too. You're allowed to push the quarterback now.
Exactly. The tush push.
So that's okay that they did it back then?
Have you been hanging out with Doug Archie?
No.
I'm just wondering.
No, I'm just saying. I don't give a fuck what the rules say now. The rules back then were different, and he broke them. That's all. That's it.
It's legal now.
Okay, cool. So is marijuana. Are we releasing all the people in prison for marijuana?
Hey, alcohol used to be outlawed. You know.
Yeah, and guess what? If you went to jail for having booze when it was illegal, you stayed in jail even after they legalized it.
Hey, we're not here to talk about the particulars, okay? We're just stating facts. This guy's Carter takes a couple days off and he's hanging out with Doug Archie now.
All right, no days off for me, brother. But anyways, Pete Carroll, ultimate scumbag. Just kidding. He's actually a good guy. But he's teaching our nation's youth now, so that's good.
Okay. One thing before we move on.
Mm-hmm.
Let's say USC goes 7-5.
No chance.
What's up, Pete?
No chance.
Come on.
No.
You don't think so?
No, absolutely not. First of all, the dude's like 75 years old.
I don't think that matters.
I mean, it should. he struggled relating to like veterans in the NFL. You think he's going to be able to relate to an 18-year-old kid that's listening to like fucking Lil Baby or whatever? Like,
I I don't know, that there's still that one clip of him going out on the field, running around, throwing the ball around.
Oh, yeah, he's still a kid. Like, he's a little kid at heart. Like, he's young. Like, that's why you don't realize this, but I think he's 2 years older than Bill Belichick. Never would have guessed.
I don't, some people say he's out of touch, but is he really? I mean, he almost took Seattle to the playoffs, and they were competitive every year, and they were in it.
No, he's not. I don't think he's out of touch. I just don't think he has any desire to coach football. I don't think he has any desire to coach college football in the current landscape.
They made a lot of these rules because of him.
Yeah, I know, but do you know how much easier it was to recruit when you were the only one doing it?
I'm just saying that
now everybody's giving out millions of dollars in houses. And now he's going to go to Reggie Bush and be like, dude, I'll buy your parents a house. And he's like, yeah, so will 17 other programs. What else you got?
You don't. I think with Pete Carroll at USC, I don't like it, because if Lincoln Riley scuffles a little bit, all it'll take is Lincoln Riley to either get fired or take it.
Nobody's getting older. These coaches are all getting younger, man. Nobody's hiring a 75-year-old man to run your program.
It was great 20 years ago under Pete.
Yeah, 20 years ago. But anyways,